Revolution start date March 2011. Revolutionary status ongoing. Over 1,400 people are dead and President Bashar al-Assad is still in power, but hundreds of thousands of protesters have taken to the streets in recent weeks in a renewed push against the regime. Progress report. The Syrian government is again cracking down on demonstrations. A major hold-up is with the UN Security Council, which has failed to condemn the violence. Russia, China, Brazil, India and South Africa are blocking a resolution. Egypt. Revolution start date January 2011. Revolutionary status delayed. President Mubarak stepped down on February the 11th. The Supreme Council of the Armed Forces took over management in the run-up to forthcoming elections. Demonstrators are back in Tahrir Square. They say the army is dragging its heels on reform. Progress report. The elections are planned for September this year and a new constitution has been passed. The last remains of Mubarak's politicians are being sacked, but progress is slow and women are being denied a genuine role in the reform process. Bahrain. Revolution start date February 2011. Revolutionary status counter-revolution. At least 500 protesters have been detained. The government is still in power and is making small moves to appease the people. Thousands have lost their jobs and many are still detained or on trial for peacefully protesting. Protests are losing momentum. Progress report. Bahrain has lots of allies in the Middle East and throughout the West, which is why the international community is kept quiet. The uprising is being crushed. Tunisia. Revolution start date December 2010. Revolutionary status delayed. Mass protests sent President Ben Ali fleeing to Saudi Arabia at the end of 2010. A sit-in toppled the caretaker government months later. Another unelected government is currently in power and elections have been postponed until after October. Some ministers and judges from the old regime still have their jobs. Anti-government protests have flared up again and demonstrators have been killed. Progress report. The new government has promised to ratify human rights treaties. Protesters are demanding an investigation into the violence committed by the security forces. For regular updates and action on the human rights revolution, visit amnesty.org.uk/protest.